Good evening. Waste your money and you are really out of money, but waste your time and you have lost a part of your life. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines.
Bahrain will host the 2021 Global Think Tank Summit. Monetary support to students by the Applied Science University. The largest cathedral in GCC, Cathedral of Our Lady of Arabia, will be inaugurated by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. "680 employed and 300 trained within National Employment Programme 2nd edition. Omicron likely picked up genetic material from common cold virus, study says.
News in detail. Bahrain will host the 2021 Global Think Tank Summit. The regional first, the Kingdom of Bahrain will host the 2021 Global Think Tank Summit, hosted by the Bahrain Center for Strategic International and Energy Studies, in collaboration with the think tanks and civil societies program at the Lauder Institute, University of Pennsylvania, December 5 to 7 at the Sofitel Zalak Hotel. The Global Think Tank Summit enables communications and examining the latest developments in global think tanks' work in an all-inclusive exchange of research concepts and visions, making the Kingdom of Bahrain a platform for vital post-COVID consultations and intellectual exchanges. The pandemic direct and indirect implications and their impact on ongoing conflicts. Special Investigation Unit crucial in protecting human rights in Bahrain. The attention accorded to human rights in the criminal justice system is a way to the rule of law, the head of the Special Investigation Unit has said. The presence of the unit in Bahrain's judicial system is the mainstay for eliminating all forms of torture or ill treatment and achieving criminal justice. As Bahrain is unique regionally and internationally, it is distinguished by its human rights rights, regulatory and judicial institutions, which are set up to protect the rights of accused and convicted persons in the system, from the initiation of evidence and investigation procedures until the execution of legal penalties. University's 195 Higher Education Virtual Conference kicked off today. The University's 195 Higher Education Virtual Conference, one of the biggest higher technical and vocational education conferences worldwide, started today and will continue till Thursday, December 9. The event will be held under the patronage of Education Minister Dr. Majid bin Ali Al Nuaimi, the Board of Trustees Chairman of the Higher Education Council in the Kingdom of Bahrain. 195 universities and vocational institutions from across the world participates in addition to 9 ministers and a host of undersecretaries, universities presidents, officials, and experts from various continents. Fund support to students by the Applied Science University. The Applied Science University of Bahrain had spent nearly $420,000 to support students financially through its Student Support Fund. The annual contribution of the fund, established in 2015, is BD 70,000, which went up to BD 150,000 amid the coronavirus outbreak. This came as Professor Dr. Ghassan, the president of the Applied Science University, held a meeting to evaluate the support provided by the Students Fund during the academic year 2021-22. A total of 137 students benefited from the fund this year. The university also offers a range of other discounts for students. The university offers discounts of up to 30% for students excelling in the high school exams and 20% for outstanding students. Students who wish to take advantage of the fund's services can submit their applications through the Student Service Fund. The curtain fell today on the Sports Cardiology Congress, which opened in Bahrain last Thursday in a first in the region. Health Minister Fai congratulated His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa for the success of the Congress, which yielded important recommendations. He also extended congratulations to the government, chaired by His Royal Highness under the patronage of the representative of His Majesty, the King of Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa. Bahrain is a safe and authentic place to trade in precious metals. Bahrain's gold market remains a safe and authentic place to trade in precious metals, with efforts continuing to ensure no fraudulent products are registered reaffirmed an export with more than 450 commercial registrations legally allowed to manufacture, trade, import and export gold and precious metals. Monitoring and inspection efforts have remained steady to ensure top quality legally stamped items are offered in the market. Today's COVID updates.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
Health Ministry Under Secretary chairs GCC meeting. Health Ministry Under Secretary Dr. Walid bin Khalifa Al Mania chaired remotely the 19th meeting of Health Ministries Under Secretaries in GCC countries. The meeting reviewed the epidemiological situation and the exchange of the most important information of COVID-19, as well as the study of the World Health Organization report on the mutation in South Africa. They exchanged the most prominent information according to the genetic sequence, in addition to discussing the set of precautionary and preventive measures taken in the GCC countries. On the developments of the coronavirus, the undersecretaries discussed vaccination campaigns and the measures taken in each country to prevent the spread of the virus and ways to benefit from the experiences. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa will inaugurate the Cathedral of Our Lady of Arabia, the largest cathedral in the GCC, on December 9. The consecration of the cathedral will take place in Bahrain on December 10. Report.
The consecration of Our Lady of Arabia Cathedral in Bahrain will take place on December 10 in the name of the Blessed Virgin Mary. The consecration ceremony will be carried out by the Prefect of the Congregation for Evangelization of People, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tangle. During the press conference, Father Sergi Thomas, Father Xavier Marian de Souza, Rodrigo C. Acosta, Jesus Z. Palincourt, Michael Buno Carney, Jixon Jaws, Binoy Abraham, and Ranjit Jones said that His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa will inaugurate the cathedral on 9th December. The Cathedral of Our Lady of Arabia is being built on a 9,000 square meter stretch of land donated by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa.
The land was donated by His Majesty. Yeah, that is the most important part. And even the lately all the parking grounds and the street light at the request within 4 weeks of time they have completed a huge work. Contribute little by little, like 1 BD, 2 BD, 3 BD, like that. So it's basically all this 5.5 million is raised in Bahrain itself.
I remember speaking to late Bishop Camillo when he said, why this place? It's also closer for those from Saudi who want to participate in the services. They can easily access and come towards the church directly, rather than going to the city, the heart of the city of Manama, where we do not have enough parking place. It is very crowded.
This project was the dream of the late Bishop Camillo Balin, who had close association with His Majesty, the King, and Holy See of Vatican. The palm tree-lined complex includes a bishop's house, a spacious courtyard, and a designated open car park. The cathedral has a seating capacity of 2,300, with 2 chapels and 2 big rooms with cubicles for confessions. Structurally, the shape of the cathedral resembles a tent in which, according to the Old Testament, the prophet Moses met his people. It is topped with an octagonal dome, and one of the chapels reveals the patron saint of the Apostolic Vicariate of Northern Arabia, Our Lady of Arabia, the Crowned Virgin Mary, holding a rosary, and the infant Jesus. There are about 80,000 Catholics in Bahrain. A good percentage of them are from Asian countries like India and the Philippines. The community of believers are preparing for the consecration of the new church.
NSSA participates in NSGIC workshops. The National Space Science Agency CEO, Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim Al-Aziri, participated in the National States Geographic Information Council workshops among 80 participants from different countries. The workshops focused on the importance of exploiting artificial intelligence as one of the main tools in completing geospatial analytical studies, low Earth orbits, and aerial photography. Dr. Al-Aziri explained that the NSGIC is working to promote small maps and databases to enable decision makers in the public and private sectors to make decisions in a relatively short time for a wide range of fields. It also supports the national spatial data infrastructure and sets standards for handling location data. 680 employed and 300 trained with the National Employment Program 2nd edition. A total of 680 Bahrain job seekers holding various qualifications had been employed in 452 private companies and institutions from November 28 to December 4, the Labour and Social Development Ministry has revealed, adding that 434 had benefited from various training programs during the same period. The ministry indicated that 23,997 national job seekers have been employed so far in 6,472 institutions out of the 25,000 targeted in the second edition of the National Employment Program in 2021. Now we will be back after a very short break. Welcome back. Kuwaiti Emir invited to 42nd GCC Summit. Kuwaiti Crown Prince His Highness Sheikh Mijal Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah today received an invitation addressed to His Highness the Emir Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah from the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, to attend the 42nd session of the Gulf Cooperation Council Summit. The invitation addressed to His Highness the Emir was delivered by Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud, Kuwaiti news agency reported. Brazil's Rio cancels New Year celebration as pandemic continues. The mayor of the Rio de Janeiro cancelled New Year's Eve celebrations after Brazil confirmed the first known cases of the Omicron coronavirus variant in Latin America's biggest country. The cancellation of the party, which attracts millions of residents and tourists to the world-famous Copacabana beach to watch the fireworks, does not come as a surprise. Omicron likely picked up genetic material from common cold virus, study says. The Omicron variant of the virus that causes COVID-19 likely acquired its least one of its mutations by picking up a snippet of genetic material from another virus, possibly one that causes the common cold, present in the same infected cells. According to researchers, the genetic sequence does not appear in any earlier way, making itself look more human, which would help it avoid attack by the human immune system, says Venki Soundararajan of Cambridge, Massachusetts-based data analytics from reference, who led the study, posted on Thursday on the website of preprints. This could mean the virus transmits more easily while only causing milder asymptomatic forest mountain on Java Island threw up towers of ash and hot clouds on Saturday that blanketed nearby villages in East Java province and sent people fleeing in panic, Reuters reported. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I'm Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.